Right, the time has come to take apart this module 3578, which is basically the same as 3575 from the GMW-BZ5600. If you saw my previous video, you saw me tear down the BZ5000. First we gotta open up these metal tabs. And I mentioned this spring right here that connects to the speaker right here, to the piezo electric speaker. On that full metal version of the watch, the 3575 does not have this spring. It does have a metal tab like this one. I think I made a mistake and I said this one had the metal tab, but as you can see it doesn't. So this makes connection with the speaker, with the spring, and this other tab right here. So we remove this rubber cushion, and like I said before, this is actually 3 pieces in one. The rubber cushion, there is a magnetic protection in here, and that's covered by this white piece right here. We have the O-ring. Here is the module. This is the case with the custom modified. I'm gonna leave that gold filter in there to protect the LCD while I work on it. That way I don't have to put any protection film. If it gets scratched, it gets scratched. I can just remove it later on. Let me change the angle here. Change the camera. All right, wish me luck. First thing I'm gonna do is remove the battery. CTL 1616F. Just like the old watches. Put that to the side. Here's a closer look. As you can see, it is identified as a 3575. The spring would be right here on the other model, and it would not have the spring right here. So we need to be careful not to damage this part right here, which I think connects to the screen, to the LCD. Let's start by unhooking the clips, and hopefully I won't break it. All in the name of tinkering. Hopefully it doesn't have a lot of little springs inside. Okay, I think I got it. Got all of them. Let me set it down right in the middle. See if I could take it apart. Okay, I think I missed one. Yeah. I want to make sure I take it apart without disturbing anything. That way I can see, or we can see, where everything goes. Let me use this plastic one to hold everything in place. So this is the top. Remember that? Okay, I'm gonna hold it right here. Try to lift. I can see, let me see if I can lift it so I can see how the cable is bent. Check it out. I haven't seen anything falling out, so we're good. Okay, hopefully I can. Feels like it's stuck somewhere, and it might be here. There. It's out. So the spring came out. The spring will go right here. Might as well put it where it goes. And pretty simple. Big open spot lines up with this. That will go on the top. And don't worry, once I take everything apart, I'll take a picture. I guess I'll use that as a thumbnail. Let's zoom in here. So somebody smart can probably figure out if in the future we could do something about it. So if this went like this, I'm guessing this big one right here is the AC. I don't see anything else that I should be worried about. So the LCD connection has to be on the other side. Let me see if I could lift this. My biggest worry is springs. Of then moving and then I not knowing where are they supposed to go, because right now there is nothing online. It's not supposed to have tape. Now, let me see if I could hold it here. It's got, oh, I see. Look. So got this little tab here holding it down. And let me see if it has another one. got 2 more over here. So if I lift this, I should be able to lift it. Let me see. If I put something in here. There. That's another one over here. Okay, you got it. So you got 4 clips, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Look at that. So no crazy springs so far, except for the 2 that do the solar. And the LEDs are, which I think are these right here. Has 2, I think. Unless, I don't think this is the LED. So these 2, they are soldered directly onto the board. The next step would be to separate the motherboard from the LCD. Let me see. So if I want to remove this silver backing here, we can see the one with the tap goes towards the bottom. It's white underneath. Set that aside. And now we have a better look inside. All right, smart people. What do we have to short here to transform this from positive to negative or backwards? Or is it only done by programming the chip? Let me see if I can move it around. I should install the macro lens. Maybe get a closer look here of these small chips. I see something here. Is that glue? Let me see if I find the micro lens. All right, I don't know if you could get a good look. I just noticed that I don't have a proper holder for my micro lenses on this phone. If you didn't know, yes, I use a phone to record. I'm gonna have to order one, but yeah, here it is. So I guess I have to pull that clip, that black clip, and then pull that cable, and the screen should come off. Okay, I want to take out the two springs. They look very similar to the previous model, the B5000 and the B5600. So if my years of tinkering don't fail me, I'm supposed to either, there's some kind of lock mechanism there. You see it? I just saw it. I don't know if that's a sticker. All right, I need to look under the magnifying glass. I'll be back. All right, so it looks like a little sticker. What I don't know is if I should, because I've seen these type of plugs before. On some of them you push away, or on some you lift. So I'm gonna try to lift first. Hopefully I won't break it. There it is. And now I should be able to pull it. There it is. And now I could just transfer this to the other watch and I'll have a positive display. If I wanted to. Look, this fell off. Luckily, it seems like it only goes one way. Now I have to figure out which way it went. All right, so it goes with the tabs facing you. This big one facing down, pressing on the cable like this. Set it aside. And if I want to remove this, it doesn't seem like it's being held in place by a clip or nothing. But you do gotta be careful here because that looks very, very fragile. Okay, so I removed the filter. Yeah, it's loose. It just slides out. We got another thing here. Let's take a note on how this goes. So this little tab goes towards the cable. That looks like a polarizing film. Yes, it does. Look. Set that to the side. In the front, it looks like it does have another polarizing film. But I don't think they're doing the positive and negative with just a polarizing film, when it can be done with programming. This might just be a protective film because it does look very thick to be polarizing film. It's too thick to be polarizing film. The one in the back is thinner than the one in the front. Let me get some polarizing film and put it on top of that. All right, so sticky side is down. Look at that. So who knows? Sticky side down. This is a color polarizing film. I guess the only way would be me taking apart. I don't really have to take it apart. I would have to remove it and maybe install the polarizing film on top to test it out on the other one and see if it works. But for now, everything is apart. Let me take a picture. All right, guess what I'm about to do. Got the BZ5000 here. You can see it does not have the spring, metal tab. And yes, I am about to swap out the LCD. Why? Because why not? Because in the future, when these parts come available, if they ever do, I want to see if you have a negative and you want to swap it out to a positive, if all you have to do is buy the LCD and swap it out instead of buying the whole module. If it ever comes available. Since I'm here, well, I was going to take off the battery first, but I'm not. I want to show you something. Put this over here. And polarizer, sticky side down. And guess what? It doesn't work. So by merely putting another polarizer on top does not change how the screen looks. So if you thought it was going to be that easy, it's not. So I'm going to take this apart. It's the same thing as the other one. I just want to do it faster. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So the only thing different is on this one, you have the metal tab. And that's how it's held in place. Let me get the other one. The spring goes here. And the number looks like they're different versions. So this is, let me see if I can focus. $3575-2G11. 3572-2G12. So this seems like a newer version. So I have the negative LCD here. I'll put it to the side. This is the motherboard that I want back into this. That way the app recognizes it as a BZ5000. This is the positive. We're going to put it back together. You slide it in. Now goes this part here. This part has like a matte side and it has a shiny side. You can see this is the shiny side. Let me see. Yeah, matte, shiny. So the matte side goes down towards the LCD. Remember, that tab goes towards the cable. Then comes this. Same deal. This part goes down towards the cable. I want to keep everything. That way, if you want to try this at your own risk, of course, and you want to swap out, whoops, sorry. If you want to swap out this whole thing without taking apart the LCD, you could do it. Now here comes back the connection. Let me see if I get zoom you guys in so you can see. Can't promise anything. Oh, smooth. These tend to break. My years of tinkering, so you gotta be careful. Oh, that's hard. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Tug test. Yep, it's in there. Look, everything fell apart. That's all right. We'll do it again. It's more important that everything is in place. Where's my reticle? We do it. Check again. Make sure it's clean. In there. I want to compare the springs. Let me move you so you can see. Move this to the side. So the one on the reticle is the original on the BC5000. Set it down because yeah, they are identical. If I could get them next to each other. There. Yep, identical. So you could basically swap out the whole thing without worrying about it. I'll put this one back. I'm not gonna put both modules back together at the same times in case, you know, just in case it doesn't work and I have to put it back. We never know. We never know. This thing is like married to that screen, and you imagine that? It can't be changed. All right, let me move this here. You can see. Now I'm not gonna keep using the parts from the BX. I'm using parts from the B C, and if I'm not mistaken, this goes, it was stuck here, but you could put it over here like this. Same deal. Let me see if I'm correct. Nope. The spring fell off. Okay. That's because I'm not in the step. All right, let me see. So yeah, it should go like this. There you go. Now I can put the spring back in. Okay, so nice that it doesn't have any little springs in the way. Now all I gotta do is I'll hook here at top, bring it down, and just make sure it hooks here at the bottom. Bring it to the step so I don't bring any pressure to the springs. Everything should be good. This tape, let me take the light out. This tape might get in my way. So using some plastic tweezers, I want to see if I could remove it because it did come off while removing the, I want to be very, very careful that it doesn't pull any strings. Let me try install it first. Yeah, it went on. Perfect. That's good. Didn't bother me. Okay. So this tap going down is on top. That wasn't that bad, right? Now we need to make sure that all the clips are in place. I forgot something. You see how quickly you forget something? This needs to be bent and tucked in like this. But I just saved you some time. Look at that. Perfect. Beautiful. This is the battery that originally was on the BZ5000. I normally install the battery once it's inside everything. It's inside the case, but I want to see how it behaves. Because normally these modules, they need to be connected to the solar panel to receive power to come on. Let me clean the glass on the outside because it should be clean on the inside because nobody has touched it. Clean the screen. So that plastic ring still in there. We align the nubs. Missing here, let me see. It's got one up here and another one down here. You gotta align both. And the shadow is creating a There you go. A dark spot. There it is, all by itself. And it worked. You saw it here first. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The first MIP LCD swap. Isn't that great? Still haven't figured out how to remove the bezel on this one. But play it on the safe side. Let's do an AC. Reset everything. Boom. There it is. All right. Let's install the rubber cushion. The metal ring. The O-ring, which I lubed yesterday, so I shouldn't have to lube it again. Everything's in place. This is the ball I mentioned yesterday. So once everything is in place, just put this here. Try to get it nice and straight. You can see it's hitting the spring. Once it's in there, feel that it's smooth. You could go in with the ball, looking to make sure that O-ring it's sitting flush. I can't talk right now. And we go in with the protector film. Should have cut this a little bit bigger. To protect the back cover. And just gonna give it a light tug. That should be good. There you have it. Let's put it to the side and let's build the other module. That way we can see the other one working. Okay, let me see. That was a lot easier. Okay. I need this part. The two notches go towards the two springs. But it's backwards. That's not. It goes like that. Psych. Plastic. All right, let me bring it to the step. That way the springs are on the step. Bring it around. Hook to that two little knobs there. And then clip everything in place. plastic part, battery holder. Put it in place. Oh, I forgot the spring. Let's go back one step. Let's go back one step. All right, spring is in. I'm gonna hold it with my finger here, hold it in place. There. Now the chassis. This is the top. Now we clip everything in place. Now we get the plastic. There you are. So we could tug the cable. Cable is tugged. Okay. On this one, I'm going to install the battery. After it has been inside the case. Make sure everything's clean. I'm going to clean the screen on this one because I forgot to put a some film to protect it. You guys didn't remind me. So as you can see, I think the negative and positive is not being controlled by the software. I think the screen itself is negative because you can see it's off and it still looks negative. So it's either that film on top, which it looks too thick to be a polarizer, or the MIP already comes from factory negative and positive. So you remember on the BX, you gotta spread out these metal tabs, and you gotta do the same thing, align with the nubs here. Okay, get the battery. Goggles so I can see. There. And once it gets light, it goes on. So let's do an AC to make sure everything is properly reset. Didn't do the reset. I think I did the reset on the wrong spot on the other watch. There. But it worked. There's a spot here. I'm not sure. It should be on the outside. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, let's put this one together. There you go. This one has the O-ring already in place. Now once you put the rubber cushion, you close, don't forget the tabs here. Close the tab. Yeah, wearing gloves is definitely a must with these watches. Good. I don't know if that's from my forehead. I don't know why I'm sweating, because this is super simple. Yeah, right. Alright, so not forgetting anything, right? Okay, so press down, making sure that all the metal tabs are not getting squeezed the wrong way. Everything looks good. Get the first screw. I want to go get my my iPad, because that's where I have the app. I want to make sure it connects to the app, both watches. And once I have them in place, screw this one down, then I go across. Then I go these cross. Now I do again, make sure they're tight. Best screwdriver, make sure. Yeah, everything I use, links are down in the video description. They are affiliate links. They helped out the channel at no extra cost to you. Here they are. Let me go get the iPad and I'll be back. All right. So since I did the AC, I don't know if deleted everything, but let's see if it connects automatically. Yep. Connected. Time. Let me see if it's sent to the phone. So I deleted the way I had set up the world time, the watch setting. Let me see. Light. I'm going to switch it back to 3 seconds. I'm going to click send to watch. Switch main font. Standard. I want to keep it like that. Time display. Keep it like that. And let me try out the other one. And let me see if I find it on this list. Where are you? There you are. Right here. Yep. There you go. Watch settings. Light. 3 seconds. Send it to the watch. So it looks like I'm gonna have to just set up the world time again like I had it because of the AC. But everything is working. That's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Peace out.